Hello and welcome to Charter Local Edition Northwest. I'm Dana Cowley and my guest today is Terry Thompson. He is the Lincoln County Commissioner. Thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Tell us what you've got going on in the county these days. You've served as a state lawmaker and now your focus is local.
Well, actually it's not just local, it's all kinds of issues. I've branched out into such things as tsunamis, and now with the eclipse, this is going to be a new challenge for us. Because Lincoln County is right at point zero where the eclipse is first going to hit the United States.
Well, for people who aren't familiar with the eclipse, it's coming on August 21st, and this is the first time we've had a solar eclipse that's going to go across the entire United States since the Great Depression years, I believe.
Right, it's been a long time.
Yes.
And of course, people are going to want to concentrate in that area. In Lincoln County, though, it's not. When we get done with this and look at what's happened, I think we're going to see that we have major transportation problems throughout the state. And we really have it on the coast because we basically have one corridor up and down the coast and then direct routes to the valley, but none of them are adequate to handle the population that we expect to see be on the coast.
How many people are you expecting?
You tell me what the weather is that day and I'll tell you how many, but some estimates go as high as there may be a million people. I doubt if it'll be that, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we see 250,000 people. And so, of course, there isn't enough housing over there, and the transportation system isn't designed to handle that many people. Right now, it's in August, you can wait 100 and 150 cars to get on the roads. Well, we just passed a transportation package in the state of Oregon.
Yes, you did.
Congratulations. I worked on that when I was in the legislature.
Congratulations to you.
Yes. Well, no, I was just one of the supporters of it then and now. We need to improve our telecommunication systems and our transportation systems in the state of Oregon if we're going to really be a player for economic boom in the future.
Now, you really touched on the things we need to do for communications in the future, but you have some very interesting history about the underwater telecommunications, and one of the reasons this area is so strong globally in that arena.
Well, what most people don't know, a lot of people think that the data that handled on the internet goes off a satellite. It doesn't. It goes over a cable that wraps around the world at the speed of light. They're usually laid in rings so that if they break, they can go the opposite way. They're pretty, in fact, they're really a genius technology. But one of the most common causes of cable breaks is the fishing industry. Trawlers, or in the Orient, there are people that have anchors or things like that that break the cables. One of the reasons that the state of Oregon has been so successful is the fishing industry has worked collaboratively with cable companies to develop routes that we can bury them at least 1 meter deep in the mud. And so they don't affect the environment, but we also don't break them, and we can fish over them and we get along great. We work with companies, all kinds of companies like Microsoft, Google. There's been a lot of different cable companies come to the state of Oregon, and we're a very desirable area because our government works well system to get their cables in the ground or under the ocean as soon as possible, and the fact that the fishing industry is there to help them make sure those routes are in muddy areas instead of over rocks, where when you go over rocks then you start to have problems with vibration and break cables.
Well, you've got quite a history in this, but you have spent quite a bit of time being a commercial fisherman, so you have knowledge that not everyone has.
9,000 days at sea, I think, is what it is, days and nights at sea in my life.
Wow.
I'm an old man now, but
that's not
I
true.
still go fishing. I just got in a couple days ago from a trip for rock cod locally. I fish a small boat now, and I still own one big trawler.
So from the fishing industry's perspective and your position as county commissioner, what things are you working on now to help that industry for your constituents?
Well, one of the things that in my area is important is research science. Whether it's fisheries research, oceanography, all the aspects of the ocean. We've actually got a community in Newport now that is oriented not only extracting, but to understanding what's going on in the ocean environment so that we can work into the future and not have any biological problems and optimize the ocean for all of our uses.
You know, I have toured that with my children, and it's well worth seeing if you haven't been down to see that area. It's something to stop
I'm the head
in.
of the Coastal Marine Experiments. I'm the chairman of the Coastal Marine Experiments Station. I've been there since the Hatfield Marine Science Center was built.
Well, we thank you for your service, and I wish you the best of luck with your
Thank you.
new endeavors as a commissioner, and we thank you for watching. I'm Dana Cowley. This is Charter Local Edition Northwest.